Hi, this is Nitin from TechCaesar. Today I recorded this video to discuss the difference between the system object and the custom objects. So in SFCC, when you install the SFRA, it comes with some out of the box or system objects. So you can think the system objects like a database table where it has a name and then it has a couple of fields to store the information. So same we have the system, same we say the system objects in SFCC. So every object is nothing but a table, and by default it comes with a couple of data tables like the product, basket, order, right, or the store, and then every object has a fields to store the information. So for example, if we are talking about the products, it comes with the name, short description, long description, and then bunch of SEO fields to store the information. And then what you can do that you can use these fields to store the information through the through manually or the data feed, and then you can use these fields to display the information on the storefront. Like you want to show the product name on the storefront, right? So you need to fill the product. You need to go into the product object, and then you need to fill the field of the name. So for example, here these are so if you go into the administration site development area and under the system object type, you will see all the system objects which are available out of the box. And for example, if you click on product, you will see here it is giving the ID and name, and then under the attribute definition you will see the list of all the attributes which has which are part of this product object. And now if you want to extend the object because of the business reasons, let's say that you have a use case where you are storing a image externally, and you want to store the image link into the product object. So what you can do that you can create additional field into the product system object and then store the information. So when you are extending or creating a new fields, basically we say that a custom attributes in that object. uh, so for an example, in that case what you will need to do that you will come here and click on new, and then you will provide the ID of that field, let's say img link, and then the display name in the business manager. When so here in that case image link, and what will be the type of that field, and then whether it will be localizable or site specific. Once you will save it, then you need to group that field so that it can start display into the business manager in the given area. So when you have created the field and you have grouped it, if you'll go to into the product section under the sites, you will see this field available there. And now what you really need to do that you need to fill this information, fill the field information, and then you in the code you need to use this field to display the information. So whenever you are creating a custom attributes, you need to use dot custom. So for example, if you have a product object and you want to display the name, since name is a out of the box attribute, so you will use product object dot name. But image link was the custom attribute, so you will use product object dot custom dot image link, or whatever the field id was, to access that field or to set that field. So that's how the system object works. But let's say that you have a business use case where you want to store the information and none of the object fit for your requirement, then you can create a object from scratch, and we say that as a custom object. So if you come into site development area and come into the custom object type, here you can define the object from scratch. What you need to do that you will create a new, and here you will give your data table id or the custom object id. uh, let's say um, state list, and then here you will give the key, the primary key. Basically it will be a field and it will be treated as a primary key. So you will say state code, and You will give the name for this field, and type is string. uh, Replicable, non-replicable means whether you want to replicate this information to production or not. So for an example, if you are storing some token or some token or something, you do not want to replicate it because token will be different from environment to environment. But let's say in our case it's a state code, so yes, you want to replicate it to the production because you do not want to set it manually there. So it will be replicable. Storage scope will be organization versus site, whether whether this information is common between all the sites of that environment or not. So let's say it's common. And retention, how many days you want to store keep this information. So I want to keep it always. So once you click on apply, now here you will see that state code is already created. Now you want to create more fields just to store the information. Let's say state name and the display name. Oh, sorry. Here value type and click apply. So you created the two fields. One is a primary key, another one is the normal field. And now what you need to do, you need to group it. Let's say you create a custom attributes as a group, and then I need to select state code and state name so that it can start displaying it here. Okay, perfect. Now if you go to the custom object section, in the custom object editor, here you should see state list as an option, and once you will click it, you will see that because nothing is stored, so that's why it's not displaying any information. But once you will click on new, here you can say US, sorry, it's a state code, sorry. So Texas, and once you'll click apply, okay, so it's saved now. So since you have created a record now, so now it starts displaying the information. Once you'll click on TX, it will show the information as well. So that's how uh, in the business manager you can either you can extend the system object via adding more fields, but if that does not suit your business requirement, then you can create a custom object and you can create a bunch of fields in that custom object to store the information. So uh, yeah, you need to try to extend the system object first, and then only you should create a custom object, because system objects are already in place, and you are just adding couple of fields and accessing those, while for the custom object you are writing a fresh code to access the custom object and reading the records. But anyway, both of the stuff is available in the business manager, and you can extend based on your business requirement. Please have a look, and thanks for watching my video. Bye bye.